Hi, welcome to episode 1 of Check the Line with me, your host, Kyle Dodado. Today is April 15th, and joining me today as our first guest is Alex Gallagher.
What
How you doing?
what's up, guys? I'm doing great, Kyle. A little bit tired. Some technical difficulties setting this podcast up, but I'm really fired up to go.
Yeah, it took us a little bit to get it all going, but we got it. We got it all set up, and we're ready to
Some
go. Uh,
shenanigans.
yeah, honestly. All right. So today, as our first episode with baseball just starting, we kind of just want to go over the NL teams. We'll start with the NL teams today. Tomorrow we'll go with the AL, and we'll see how that goes. So, well, actually, first, why don't you introduce yourself? Why don't you say some background about you?
um, Obviously, my name's Alex Gallagher. I've practically played baseball and sports my entire life up until like sophomore year of college. So I'm not a betting expert, I guess, but I know baseball very well. I'm a big baseball fan, big Red Sox fan. Go Sox! And yeah, honestly, I surround myself a lot around sports. I'm not like a sharp or a shark in betting, but I know probably more than the average person. And my dad's a really good bettor, I guess, in terms. So I,
Yeah, we all heard of Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, the legend, he's a South Jersey lord. So and he,
Yeah, we've known each other for a while, and I think we've always been around sports. You've been more on the baseball side than anything over me, but I think we both grew up around sports and we've always been into it.
you've been
But
more into betting than me. I really
yeah, betting is my expertise, I would say. But you're the pitcher. You're the guy who knows baseball. So
yeah.
if you have any questions, do you have any social medias that you can
I
tag?
mean, you guys can follow me on Instagram, AlexG2129. Support the kid. Uh,
Gotcha,
it's really
gotcha,
the only
gotcha,
thing. I'm not a big Twitter guy, not at all.
gotcha. All right. So I think we should just start out by going over the NL East and working our way down.
Gotcha.
All right. So let's just start out with the New York Mets.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think the Mets, yeah.
the
But
Mets.
with the New York Mets this year, I mean, pitching is at an all-time high. I mean, they got Scherzer, DeGrom, their bullpen. They improved on their bullpen this offseason. And I mean, they got Fat Pete.
Gotta love that
I
beat.
mean,
The I don't know. I just when's the Grom coming back? Because I feel like that's such like a it.
so what I've heard was 2 months.
Ooh,
That was the last thing I heard. Scherzer, I don't did Scherzer pitch the
he
other day? I'm
did
not
pitch the
100%
other
on that.
day. He did pitch
Okay, I
the
knew
other day.
Scherzer was hurt a little bit too, but if Scherzer's
I think he
back, then
did
that's at
good
least
too.
okay. But I know Degrom's long. He'll be out for a good portion of the start.
Do you know what
But
injury it
that
was?
not off the top of my
I wonder
head.
if it's gonna be because especially like some injuries are just lingering injuries that sit with you all year, and I really hope not because he's
True.
a phenomenal talent.
It's
But
kind of like a hamstring in football.
yeah,
When a guy has a hamstring injury in football, that thing does not go away the whole season.
yeah. Max Scherzer pitched 2 games this year, 3.27 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 4 earned runs,
Okay.
8 hits, 13 Ks, and 4 base on balls. So it's not bad.
Yeah. So with the Mets, I mean, that's their strong suit. Their pitching. If they can have pitching this season, they can win that division pretty handily. I think they can make a serious run if that pitching stays healthy. But we all know Jacob Degrom. I mean, Noah Syndergaard was it for a long time. Just the injured man. The Mets always have someone who's injured, and they can never get healthy.
I mean,
Like we saw it last year with Degrom almost had a Cy Young season, and towards the end he started getting hurt and fell off.
if you look at the NL East division itself, I mean, what is it? Mets, Phillies, Nationals, Braves, Marlins.
Correct. Yep.
Like I don't know. I can't see really any other team taking a head in this division. I mean, obviously the Braves won the World Series last year, but I think that was kind of like a once in a lifetime thing.
So
Honestly, in
we'll
my
get
opinion.
we'll get to them in a little bit, but they do have the highest over under for the division.
Who, the Mets
The Braves.
or the Braves?
The
The Braves.
Braves are 91 and a half. Mets are 88 and a half. So Vegas is predicting Braves to win that division again.
Oh,
I mean,
don't know
if they get Acuna, bro,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's unstoppable when he's at the plate, it seems like. So, for the New York Mets, I do have an over-under of 88.5. What do you think on that?
Oh, I mean, how many games are in a season? 100 and what? 60?
Let me get the exact. I think it's 162. I'm not 100% on that. Well, this year's shortened because they yeah, it's 162 standard, but because of the
The
lockout, it's a
lockout.
shortened season. I believe they took away 2 series. I'm not sure how many games. Let's see.
Yeah, because I need the exact number on that. I think, I don't know. I feel like 88 wins is such a good number to put. Honestly, props to the guys that put that in the freaking in
They're
DraftKings. It's
gods to me.
spot on. It's spot on.
The worst thing in the world is losing a bet by half a point. Worst thing in the world.
Last year they finished 88 and 76, or 86 and 76, I believe. If I'm right on that number.
So I do.
Not-
So looking it up, they are playing a 162 game season.
They are.
They are. So it's just going to be longer. Longer. Like it'll go further into September and October.
I mean, honestly, I would like to think I would take the over on the Mets. I can't see them not getting.
With Scherzer and DeGrom with that
If
bullpen,
they have Scherzer, DeGrom healthy, and they get Lindor actually, swinging the baseball bat like a real baseball player, I feel like they'll be fine.
I agree with that.
They just have so many and Fat Pete, like you said,
Fat Pete.
and they just have so much talent on that team. It's just the Mets at the end of the day. I don't know. I feel like they're always a letdown, especially last year, at least to me.
Oh yeah, I mean DeGrom had what, a 1 ERA going into midway through the season. I mean he was on pace for one of the best pitching seasons of all time. And he just
What scares me though is they have no run support.
Oh no,
And
I mean they have to. Their bats have to wake up.
And I obviously think pitching is the most important part of baseball because your pitcher can really just dominate like DeGrom. But if you're shoving and you only let up 2 runs and your team can't put up 1 run or 2 runs, it's a real letdown.
I agree with that. So I agree on the over. I like the over, especially at the start of the season. It's
started out pretty good.
It's gonna come down to DeGrom, when he comes back and if he's fully healthy.
Yeah, if Scherzer and DeGrom stay healthy, I think
I'm willing to take the over on that. So I think we both have the over on the Mets, correct?
Yes, I do. I agree. And their lineups, I mean, come on. It's Brandon Nimmo, Lindor, Cano, Pete Alonso.
They have bats. It's a matter of if they get going. I feel like with the Mets, they always get going they always are off of each other. One will be going and then the other, but then the other one will fall off. They're never
You need the bat
consistent.
to get hot at the right time.
Correct.
You need it.
All right. So next we have the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh God. Oh, God.
Being from South Jersey, we have a lot of fans here of the Phillies. They can get obnoxious at times. And I mean,
dude, the Phillies, dude.
Where's the defense?
Come on, dude. You can't win a baseball game without. The memory that sits in my head is what Alex Bowe making 3 errors at third base. Just can't happen.
I mean,
you gotta have fundamental baseball.
I mean, he had the video come out. I believe it was 2 days ago. He had the video come out where he's on the field saying, "I hate this place." Philly fans ate him up for that.
Rightly so, though.
Yeah, you can't be saying that. I mean, I personally believe he should not be the third baseman. Him in the starting lineup hurts my eyes watching him play. It's miserable.
But what are you gonna do with that? That's such a tricky spot.
What is he? I think he's like 25. So he's still young. He can still improve, but it's hard to watch.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but I think the Phillies did a complete disjustice by sending him down to the minor leagues and not changing his position.
I agree. I agree with that. So,
And you know what really scares me about the Phillies over under is
what is it?
is
We have,
Aaron Nola, dude. The number is 85 and a half.
yeah, I have 85 and a half. Yep.
I just, oh my gosh, I can't see that happening, especially with their pitching. They have no
I mean,
pitching, in my opinion.
Zach Wheeler won the Cy Young, correct? He won it last year,
Hmm.
and Nola, if he can get back on pace, they have a chance. I just see every game having to be one in a shootout because they have no bullpen. I think they got Corey. Did they get Corey Kluber? Am I?
Let me look it
Oh
up.
no, it was Knubel. I think it's Knubel they just got as a closer,
Hmm.
and besides
Yeah, it's
him,
Corey like Nebel
yeah,
or something
Nebel,
like
Neville,
that.
something like that. They just got him in free agency. I just, what other bullpen do they have? They
Brad Hands.
they got. I think they got rid of Hector Neris. I don't have to watch Hector
Oh,
Neris
thank
come in
God. Oh my
anymore.
God.
Um,
Thank They have really no bullpen,
and
and
what?
it's
I mean,
scary.
that middle of that lineup is dirty. I mean,
What's
that's
their line? I
the
have it right
starting
here.
lineup is what? Schwarber,
Real Muto, Harper, Castellanos,
Reese Hoskins.
Hoskins.
I mean,
Like,
that's a disgusting five.
and Didi hasn't really been doing much this year either. If they get him going, I think he's batting like one something.
Yeah, I think he
Like,
batted one last year.
like
Um,
he's batting 217 this year.
this year,
23 at bats and only 5 hits. Not. I mean,
if
it's
he
not
can get,
good.
if I cannot see 85 wins. I
That
can't
number is just way too
I
high.
can't see 85 wins with this team. It doesn't make sense. I would love it because that's great for baseball. I'm just watching a home run derby every game. It seems like, but I can't see 85 wins. So I
especially
have
with
to go the under.
especially with the division they're in. I mean, I don't know how many
I
times they
mean,
face them, but the Braves,
that bottom of the
Mets.
division, Nationals and Marlins, is pretty weak, but that top is it's very heavy top. You got
It is
Phillies,
very.
Mets, and Braves. Any one of those teams could be a playoff team.
I didn't the Phillies lose to the Marlins today too.
They did. That is correct.
Oh, I
So
really hope Schwarber gets his back going too, dude. I
yeah,
can't.
he was a
He
Red
started off
Sox.
the year with like a dong,
Yeah,
a absolute
lead off
moonshot.
dong first game of the season.
As a leadoff hitter, bro, you can't be. But he's batting 111.
Yeesh.
That's
I didn't
abysmal,
know it was that
dude.
bad.
That's abysmal. His on base percentage is .226.
Okay. I mean,
Like
they.
he
I mean,
needs to get
Castellanos
going.
hasn't even been doing. I don't think his numbers are that good.
No one's really been doing anything.
Yeah,
Honestly, no
that
one's
sucks
really
to
been going
see.
crazy. It sucks to see because it's a fun team. They have a great lineup.
Yeah,
It's just
I think
it's baseball though. You're not gonna you can't show. I mean, you would love to think, but you can't show up to the field and perform every single day, especially in like a
yep.
162-day season. Come on, or game season. It's ridiculous.
So over under is 85 and a half. I have to go under. What about you?
I go under as well.
Under as
I
well.
have to. I would smash that under. I don't hate the Phillies either, but
I can't get behind that team. It doesn't make sense.
no.
So
It's a
next,
fun team to watch, but it's not a good team
it's
to
a
bet
fun
on.
game to go to have a beer and get a hot dog because you're gonna see nukes.
I'm a big sausage guy, dog guy.
Ah,
The peppers and onions.
I have no seasoning, so.
Yeah, you do.
So next up, I have Atlanta Braves. This team
90.
91 and a half. This team interests me. The amount they did last year when they were dead to rights. I mean, who had them even making the playoffs without a
My grandfather did.
Oh. But I mean, without Acuna, no one thought they could make the playoffs.
Is he done? Like, what's his
So
deal?
I believe he tore his ACL middle of last season. I believe now he's starting to work his way back. I believe. I don't know if there's a date where he's coming back yet, but I believe he's working his way back now.
I honestly, dude, I think last year was such just a high note for the Braves. I firmly believe in like when a team wins a World Series, it's usually a big letdown year the next year, and I don't know unless you're like the Astros when they had like Altuve and
Oh
everyone where
yeah,
they
the
were just
cheating
the cheating
bastards.
scandal.
Yeah.
But I feel like last year was literally like a blessing from Jesus Christ himself, and I think like I don't know. I think they're going to be a good, solid team. I just think 91.5 is such a high number.
Okay.
It's a lot. I mean, it's not impossible, but like you said, with no Acuna, you're literally your star player.
I mean,
It hurt.
they also lost Freddie Freeman. That's a huge
Yeah. Oh,
loss.
dude, Freddie got fingered. God player. I mean, who do they have? They have Eddie Rosario, like
Z-
Marcelo Zuna, Swanson,
they just got someone.
Ozzy Albies.
They got a big name in free agency. Can't think of his name.
What position?
Kana, Marcana. Did they get
Juan.
Marcana?
I'm unsure about that.
Let's see.
I mean, honestly, I think they're a good
they got
team.
Matt Olson. That's who they got.
He's a great player.
Yeah. I mean, they're pitching Charlie Morton and Max Fried. I mean that's not a bad one too.
No, not at all.
I think Morton's starting to get up there in age, and I think he's starting to. They also got Kenley Jansen. That's a closer.
Really?
Right
yeah. Charlie Morton's 38.
Okay, yeah, he's starting to get up there in age, but getting Kenley Jansen in the offseason, that's a huge ad for pitching. But
You know he was a catcher.
He was? I never knew that.
Yeah. I think in the minor leagues, I believe he was a catcher.
I mean, he saved a lot of bets for me. Fucking closing.
So. He also blew a lot.
True. I mean, Hector Neris haunts my dreams. So
I think the Braves are a good team. I just think 91.5 is such a high number for them. I mean, they're coming off the World Series win, so I think that's obviously like why a big factor in it.
So you're taking the under for the Braves?
I would take the under. I mean, I just think it's going to be a letdown year, especially when you're missing your star player. It's kind of you're missing some juice. You lose Freddie Freeman, you don't have Acuna. You're missing like, I mean, there's definitely some characters in the dugout and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just think you need some type of star power to really pull your team.
I agree with that.
Through, and I think it's tough.
I think losing Freddie Freeman is going to hurt a lot more than people are realizing. That and having like Freddie Freeman was the heart and soul of that team. He was
so good.
He was the Braves. Losing him sucks. And
yet,
I just
I don't know. And
if I cannot take this, I wouldn't touch this. But to give a pick, I would go with under and try to see if you can get a lower line before Acuna comes back. If you can get like maybe like an 80, like say the Braves just suck, and you can get like over under 80 wins when Acuna's almost back, I think you take that then.
You know what's interesting? Not to go back, I'm gonna bring it back to the Braves, but like the Mets are 5-2 for road games, have yet to play a home game, which is fantastic. First of all, but the Braves to me, they're 0-1 on the road and 3-4 at home. You just gotta be positive at home. That's
if you're not above 500 at home, there's something wrong.
There's a problem. You gotta split on the road at least. And
yeah. I mean, you know the dimensions of that ballpark better than anyone else.
Yeah, it's I just do. First of all, I would hate to play there. I hated playing there in MLB. Did not like it. Did not like it. Did not like the stadium. I love the show, but I don't know. I just do not like it.
So
I don't like the walls are big in right field. It's just a nice stadium, but
not the best dimensions.
No, not at all.
So next up, we have the Washington Nationals. This one, besides Juan Soto, what do they have? I mean, he's the team.
Do they really have no one else besides him? Like no other big names?
Let me get that one picture.
They have
Strasburg.
he's freaking like ancient in my eyes
Yeah, he
now.
is.
They have Patrick Corbin. He's
D.
good.
They got the D. Strange Gordon, the fucking
Oh
one of
my,
the
his name barely
greatest
fits on
names.
the jersey.
That is the funny. If I could buy a jersey for free, like just get handed a jersey and I got to pick, it would be a Strange Gordon jersey. I mean
I
that.
mean, they have Nelson Cruz, I guess.
What is he? 38, 39?
Yeah, but he can kind of hit. He's got some pop. I mean, he's a DH. He's not going to play the
I
field.
mean, does Juan Soto come back? I don't see. There's no way in hell this man stays.
Unless he's one of those players that are dedicated to his team. Like, you think,
I mean, yeah, I
maybe
get
it's not
he
a
won.
similar
He
case.
won a World Series in what, his first, second year.
Yeah. Like,
I guess that could be commitment right there, but
I mean, it might be a completely different scenario, but think about, like, Trout. Like, Mike
true.
Trout has literally done nothing. Barely.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
even know if he's
he
gotten
got.
a shot in the playoffs, but.
He got Shohei now. I mean, at least did he sign before Shohei got there? I believe he signed. He signed after.
Yes, he did. Wait, I don't know, actually. I'm
I
unsure
believe
about
he
that.
signed after Shohei got there. Because I believe he signed in last season, off season, like going into last season, he signed. Not 100% on that. I could be wrong.
But the Nationals 71. I mean, that's kind of low.
That's low,
not-
but I mean, you got
Their team
you
is
got to
not
think they're
good.
playing the Mets, the Phillies, and the Braves all year, and those teams are close to 90. I don't see how this team gets to 71.
Especially if you're gonna bet the over on like the Braves or the Mets, you can't.
If
Bet
you're
the
betting,
over
if
on
you're
the
betting
Nationals.
any over on those top teams, you can't bet the Nationals. You can't.
I mean, look at the Nationals lineup right now. It's Cesar Hernandez, Juan Soto, Nelson Cruz, Josh Bell,
a bunch of nobodies.
besides Soto.
Besides Soho. Yeah.
It's disgusting, dude. It's
on,
really bad.
I mean, dude, that run they had, what was it, 2018, I believe they had that run? 2018, 2019? That was just fun. To say the least. The comebacks and everything. Whoa, the World Series, no home team won. First time in history. That was crazy.
That's crazy. That is a crazy statistic.
You can't. What, it went 7 games and no home team won a game.
Not a single home team won at home.
That's
disgusting.
That's insane.
Even with Game 7 in Astros.
Were they cheating, man?
I heard...
If they were cheating and they got shit on that bad, that's pathetic.
I watched the video that basically defended the Astros, but I think once you're cheating, you're using it until you get caught.
Okay.
Like, if you... Like, even... I feel like, obviously, all baseball players, anyone that really knows baseball can agree, but... Dude, cheating in baseball, picking up signs, if you know what pitch is coming, come on, dude. Like,
I agree.
Why not use that? It sounds so scummy.
I mean, they won a World Series off of it.
And yeah, and it's sad because the Astros are such a great team, even probably without it.
I mean, I bet them last season.
Worse.
I bet them almost every game last season, just -1.5, -1.5, -1.5. I think I threw $50 on them to win the AL, and I threw $50 on them to win the World Series. I think it was.
I think that's kind of a good betting strategy.
I mean, I got 8-1 on them to win the AL, and then I got 16-1 to win the World Series. So I hit the 8-1, but then the Braves won. So
yeah.
So Nationals, I have to go under.
Ugh, I think it's such a low number.
You kind of just ride it out and hope.
Yeah, I would stay away. I mean, it's baseball. You never know. These bums on the bench, like Maikel Franco, could freaking go off, or Alcides Escobar. I love them, but they're so poverty, dude.
So your choice is to stay away, and
I would just stay away.
If you had to take one, you take the over.
If I had to take one, dude, I would take the under, especially because I view the Mets as good. And I view the Braves as good. I just think 91.5 for the Braves is too much. Mm-hmm. So I would go under. Okay. It's just an ugly bet in my opinion, regardless.
And
it's like betting on college golf. Just can't.
To round out the NL East, I have the Miami Marlins. I have 76.5. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't name a single person on this team. I'll be
The
100.
only person I know is Derek Jeter, and he's not on the team.
He's like an
he
owner, right?
buddy. I think he's like not even a part of it anymore.
Oh my god. I mean, a lot of Florida teams are bad. I mean, the Rays play in a tent. The Marlins, no clue. I mean,
The Marlins Stadium's beautiful.
Tropicana.
It is beautiful.
No, that's not Tropicana Field. What are they?
It's. I know they have the big fish.
Yeah, they have the big marlin in the outfield.
Let me. It's.
They used to be the Florida
Lone
Marlins,
Depot
right?
Park.
Home Depot.
Yeah, it used to be the Florida Marlins.
I mean, Miami Marlins sounds better. I'll give them that. But
Miami's a bigger
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I don't know anyone on this team, but if I'm betting an over/under, I mean, I'll blindly take the under on that team. I don't know if there's a single superstar on that team, and in the MLB, I don't think you can win without a superstar.
I mean, I agree with that. But then you look at like the Rays. Look what they've done. It's kind of like just.
I mean,
random.
they have. I feel like they got a lot of young. They either have an old veteran, or they have really young guys, like Kiermaier, a veteran guy who can handle that team. Rosarena, and they just got who's the other guy? Wander Franco. Is he the rookie I'm thinking of? They just got that rookie who came up last season.
I know they have Jorge Soler. It's the only player I know.
Wander Franco. He was the rookie who came up last year. But I feel like Rays are a perfect mix of young guys and veterans. Miami, no fucking clue. Could not give you a single I know Jose Devers because of our fantasy draft. He's the third string third baseman who went for $2 in our fantasy draft. No clue why. Actually, I do know why. I nominated him, and our friend Ryan Alverson decided he didn't want to give it to me for $1, so he bet $2. And he's a third string third baseman for the Miami Marlins.
I'm surprised the Marlins have a higher total than the Nationals.
That shocked me as well. They finished
2 games above the Nationals last year.
We are cheating a little bit because we got to see them play already. That team beat the Phillies. They beat the fuck out of the Phillies today. The Phillies. I mean, is that impressive? We don't know yet because we have no idea what the Phillies lineup is. But the Phillies cannot. Right now, they can't hit, they can't pitch, they can't field, they can't do shit. So who knows? Either the Marlins are good or the Phillies are dog shit.
See, that's the thing. I was thinking, like, one of these shitty teams of the Marlins Nationals, I'm not calling Philly shitty, but
are going to get the over.
Yeah, one of them are. If the Marlins over was like 70.5, I would probably take the over, honestly.
I would agree with that.
But it's 76.5. Like, ew. Those extra 6 games sprinkled on top is so nasty.
This is another one I would stay away from because I have no clue who they are. I have no idea who the team is. But
unless you're a Miami Marlin lover or dedicated to Miami,
they're just a small team. They're small market.
I think the safe bet, if you were just asked like the average baseball guy, what would you over under? I feel like majority of people would say
under, which makes me think I go over because Vegas always fucking knows.
They do know, but sometimes you gotta go with your gut, Jimmy G.
Yeah,
Jimmy G logic right there.
If my choice, I stay away from to give a pick. I would say under.
I would say under as well, but I could easily see them. Not being 76 is such a high number. If it was 70, I could see them sneaking above 70 wins, being like 70 and 90 or something like around there or whatever it is. But like, I just think it's so ugly. 76.
I agree with that.
If anything, the Nationals deserve that.
Yeah,
at least they have Soto.
Yeah, they at least have one superstar.
At least.
So
And I,
next we have the NL Central. We're going to start off with the St. Louis Cardinals. This
ugh,
team, in my eyes, is the old team. I feel like
what do you mean by that?
they have a lot of old heads.
Do they still have Yachty?
They still have Yachty. To me, like they signed they. You are not a. I shouldn't say this. You are not a playoff team in my eyes if you have to re-sign Albert Pujols. That is just a killer to me. If Albert Pujols, how old is this motherfucker? This
I
mother
got it right here.
42.
He is 42.
This motherfucker is 42 and is still starting for your team.
Hey, he's batting 333.
Did you see him try to steal today?
He should not be stealing. Oh my
He tried to
gosh.
steal third, and the pitcher stared at him, wondering what the fuck he was doing. The ball got to third before he even slid.
Oh my gosh.
The guy was still
What is
running. It looked like a walk. It was bad. So, I mean, Adam Wainwright is getting shelled, I believe. I don't know. His ERA, I believe, is high this season.
It's it is a 3.48 ERA.
Okay.
It's not
It's not
atrocious,
awful.
but it's not. I mean, it's all right. 10 innings pitched, still early, so
Mm-hmm.
I've seen freaking pitchers with 10 ERAs like Ranger Suarez.
True.
So, I mean, it could be worse.
I mean, Yu Darvish.
He's old too, though. He's 40.
Yeah. I just feel like this team is old in all the wrong places.
They have Steven Matz. I mean,
They got Nolan Arenado, right?
yeah, they do have Arenado.
They got him last year, I believe, right?
They have Paul Goldschmidt, Arenado.
Was it
Pujols.
Goldschmidt who got rocked? I know
What do you-
one pitcher on their team is fucking.
Goldschmidt's a first baseman.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong guy. Hold on. I don't know who. I guess I'm thinking of Wainwright. And I'm just getting my information wrong. But I can't see this team. Like this line doesn't make sense to me. 85 and a half.
They really got some high expectations.
Their division is poor. They have a very bad division.
Dude, they have the Pirates, the Reds, the Brewers, and the Cubs.
The Brewers
I
are the
mean-
best team in that division.
Yeah.
Can the Cardinals get to 85 and a half or 86 wins? Because of that division, yes. Their division is that bad, they're able to. And for that reason, I have to go with the over. I can't. This line is too high. It doesn't make sense. I have to go with it. They're just Yachty Molina. How old is Yachty? He is
Yachty?
39.
He's old,
They
but
are,
he's still good.
yeah,
I give it to him.
Yes,
he's great.
he's playing great. Albert Pujols? Hell no. That motherfucker is death to me.
Hey, bro, as long as he's swinging the bat and not stealing bases, I don't got a problem with him. Is this his last year? Didn't he sign like a 1 year?
He signed a 1-year deal with St. Louis, correct?
Yeah.
I have to go with the over. What do you think?
85 and a half is high, but it's not like anything crazy like a 90 or an 88. And honestly, I want to say under because I don't know. I guess I'm a pessimistic guy, and I'm looking at their lineup. But like you said, they have such a weak division. I feel like it's so easy just to, dude. Like, sorry, Colin McLaughlin. The Pirates are frauds. They're basically a AAA team in the MLB. The Reds are frauds.
They were one of the bottom paying free agent teams, right?
Dude, yeah, it was bad. I probably spent more on my PC than they did in free agency.
Probably, honestly.
It's bad. Like we spent more on college tuition than them.
True.
So I don't know, but
they got to get to sell the team chance in there. I mean, like, what are you doing?
85 and a half wins to the Cardinals. I feel like it's so high, but I'm looking at their lineup. It's not atrocious. I mean, if Pujols can swing the bat at 42, tip the cap to him. Goldschmidt, freaking Arenado are great. I love them. Corey Dickerson, past Tampa Bay Ray, I love him too. As their pitching staff can figure it out, I think they can get it. It's an ugly bet, but I would bet the over, especially because they just have a weak division. I mean,
I agree with that.
if they were in a different division, I would say clearly stay away from this. But I mean, with the freaking Brewers, Pirates, Reds, and who else, and the Cubs. I mean, the
Cardinals,
Cubs, are good.
Cubs, Brewers, Pirates, Reds.
I feel like 80, 86, like over 85 and a half isn't impossible for them.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like they're never bad. Like I
They're
don't
always
really,
like that middle tier team that either gets in the wild card game or barely misses it. I feel like
yeah,
you see the Cardinals every fucking year in the wild card game.
they're not a bad team. They're not. They're scrappy.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean,
I
I'm taking the over, so I
would take
gotta
the
hope for
over
that
as well.
scrappiness.
I would hope. I would. I mean, I'm not hoping, but I would take the over as well if I had money on this.
Mhm.
It's just, it is ugly though. I could easily see it hitting the under,
Hmm.
but I would like to think their team, especially. I mean, this sounds stupid, but if you're on that team and you actually care about Albert Pujols, you're all going to pull for him in his last year, and I feel like that's got to
How
give you some
long
type
he
of
was there
juice.
for a while, right?
Dude,
That
he's
was
basically like lived there his whole life.
Gotcha,
And he like grew up there essentially. Like that's how I view it.
gotcha.
Like, so I feel like the over is not impossible. I feel like that's a pretty
Go
good
out
bet.
with a bang on his final season.
Yeah, I could easily see them making it to, like you said, the wild card or like the first round of the playoffs, getting shit on.
Hmm.
But that's that's just the Cardinals in my opinion.
Yeah, they're always that team. So next up,
Their pitching just scares me.
Mhm. Next up, we have the Chicago Cubs at 74.5.
I think that is low.
You think this is low?
Yes.
This confused me for being a little bit too high.
Really?
I don't see how they do it. I feel like they have scraps of what they used to be. I mean, they just got the guy from Japan. I forget. I can't pronounce his name. The Suzuki, I believe, something like that. They just got him, who's a stud, it seems like. But besides him, they got rid of Rizzo. They got rid of Chris Bryant. Ross is, I believe, their manager now. He was the catcher on that team. Yeah, he used to be the catcher on that team. I believe he's the manager. I feel like he's not a manager, and they just threw him in that role. I feel like he's just one of those guys that the city likes, and they kind of said, go be the fucking manager. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's like Pete Rose when he used to be the fucking manager. Like, at the end of his career, it's like, it's Pete fucking Rose. We'll give him the fucking manager spot. I feel like that's kind of what they did with Ross, and I think it's just a fill-in because I honestly believe they're tanking. Because this roster is, besides the guy from Japan, nobody's in my eyes.
Yeah, Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah.
I mean, now you put it like that, I agree. I just view their pitching as pretty good. I mean, just looking at the names, Kyle Hendricks, Stroman, Drew Smiley, like, I don't know. And I just think pitching can carry you a long way because, you never know who's going to get hot at the plate and stuff like that. But, I mean, maybe 74 and a half is a little high, especially if they're tanking, but they're in such a shitty division.
Yeah, like, but in my eyes, they're the shit team. Like, they're in a shitty division, but they're one of the reasons it's a shitty division.
That's true. But it's the Cubs. I mean, I feel like if they fall short, like if you were insinuating that you would take the under at 74 and a half, I feel like they would fall at like 60 something.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I think they'll get close, at least. So it's a tough bet for me, especially, I don't know, what they have last year. 71 wins or something like that.
It was close to that, I believe.
It was 70 or something.
And the thing is, half that year they had their guys.
That is true.
Like, I can't see how this team makes it back to that. So for me, it's the under.
I would just stay away from this, dude. I hate
You
it.
gotta give
It's
one.
so
You gotta give
disgusting.
one.
I know. I hate it. I hate betting. I'm looking at the rest of the division, dude. Honestly, dude, I want to say under so bad. I do. But
Join the dark side. Take the
my
under.
God. I feel like the under is the play here, but they're gonna be close. You're gonna be sweating your balls off.
You're
if you
going
take-
into that final week of that season in meaningless games to them,
because I
sweating
just
your
see
dick off
Pittsburgh
knowing that.
Pirates and Cincinnati Reds, and I'm like, ew.
That's the weird thing. So I'm guessing when we get down to Cincinnati, you're gonna have a different opinion than me. Because if you're saying
Maybe.
because if you're saying that about Cincinnati, I think we're flipped.
The Cincinnati so ew to me. I mean, I hate watching them. I can't stand it. It's disgusting.
So for
I
the Cubs,
I would go. Fuck, dude. I would go with the under.
Cubs under.
But if you're feeling ballsy, if you got a couple brews in you, go over, dude. Fuck it. Believe.
if you want to sweat, you bet that one.
Yeah, I just don't like that because I could. It's a good number at 74. If they have like a good season, I could easily see them getting 74 wins, 75 wins.
Yeah.
But like you said, if they truly are tanking and they just are shithole dumpster fire, then it's kind of. Then the under's a good bet. It's just for some reason Wrigley Field in Chicago, I feel like it's always been so historic. Like I can't.
You can't see the Cubs being bad.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't know.
I understand that.
It's weird to me. It's a weird. I would go under. It's just sweaty, dude. It's really sweaty.
So next up, we have the Milwaukee Brewers at 89.5.
Ugh.
This to me, I don't see them having the same pitching as last year.
Do they still have that one reliever? What's his name?
Hader.
Blonde hair. Yeah, Josh Hader.
Yeah, they still have him. But their starting pitching last year was godlike.
Yeah, with Corbin Burns.
Woodruff. And then they had a third. I can't think of his name right now. But I don't see that pitching getting back to that point. It just.
I mean, when I think Brewers, I literally think of Christian Yelich. That's who I think of.
I don't, and he's not even doing that good as him. Like I don't think he's
not doing bad this year.
What was his best season with the Brewers though? I mean,
it was a couple years ago, right?
I mean, yeah, I believe he signed in 2019. I want to say he signed.
Last year, he was viewed as like a villain.
I mean, he was bad. I mean,
yes. I mean, his best year was 2019. He batted .329.
Okay.
So what is that? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they are just not. I feel like what was the number?
89.5.
That is so high.
I agree with that.
But someone's got to win the division.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to win the shit. You got to be king of the shitters. And that's an ugly one where you kind of just gotta fucking stick a thumb up your ass and take the over, in my opinion.
Oh, the over! You see them having 90 wins.
I think you got to eat the bullet. I know I said they don't have the pitching, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as last year, but someone's got to get wins in that division. I don't see the Cubs going over. Fucking Pirates are a fucking trash can. The fucking Ashers are hitting them. Fucking Cardinals, I don't. Someone has to get wins in that division, and I think it's gonna be the Brewers.
I respect that opinion. I mean, if their pitching holds up, then I feel like they'll be fine. It's just the bats will come. It's they have some names. It's not like they have complete bums. They have Yelich, Lorenzo Cain, Hunter Renfroe. It's not like they're the complete nobodies.
Yeah.
I mean, what's interesting is they have Andrew McCutchen. Did not know that.
I forgot they got him. Honestly, I completely forgot.
Did not know that. Yeah, that's baffling to me.
Mm-hmm.
Why they have Colton Wong too, which I like. I like him. don't hate him. I don't know. I feel like 89 is such a high number, but like you said, someone's got to win the division. I can't see it though. I can't see it. I really can't. I could see this being a freaking Cardinals year. Fuck the
Okay.
Brewers. Fuck the Brewers,
So
dude.
if you're betting someone to win that division, you're taking the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to say the Cubs. Don't. The Brewers are just so like I feel like they came out of nowhere when they were really good.
I
No one
mean,
really was paying attention to
their
them.
pitching just stepped up last year. It carried them, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them winning the division, but 90 plus wins is a lot. It's a lot
Hmm.
of games. Like that's it's like 90 and 70. 90 and like something. Like that's pretty good. I don't know. I would go under. I can't see the over. I feel like I'm saying under for every freaking team.
Yeah, I
But
mean, there's a lot of bad teams. The NL seems very top heavy. Like if you're a top NL team, you're good. It seems like there's no middle tier. It's either you're good or you're dog shit.
like the Brewers, dude. So you would go over.
I take the over on the Brewers.
You would stick your thumb up your ass and go over.
Stick my thumb up my ass, bite the bullet, and take the over.
I mean, that's not horrible. I don't hate that. I can see the reasoning behind it, especially if their team does get behind them and their pitching like gets better. But I feel like 90 is just so high. Honestly, 90 wins a lot of baseball, and I mean they're doing all right so far. I know it's only like the first week or two of the season, but I just can't see 90 wins out of them, dude. That's so nasty to me.
So
That's like disgusting.
so you're going under for the Brewers?
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
But they had. Oh my god.
Make a fucking decision.
I would go. You know what, dude? I'm not stick. I would stick up my thumb on my ass, dude. Fuck it. Give me anal.
You're joining me. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm joining the dark side. You're right. Someone's got to win the division, and I can't see. I want to say the Cardinals, but it can't be the Pirates, the Reds, and the Cubs. I think they're doo doo.
Hmm.
So it's between the Brewers and the Cardinals, and I think Brewers probably have a better pitching staff, and I like pitching more than hitting in baseball, so I'll go with the Brewers for
Okay.
the over there.
Next up, the trash can of the league.
AAA farm system.
The farm team for the Dodgers, the Pittsburgh Pirates. This team is a dumpster fire. They should not be in the league. They need to get rid of the owner, find a fucking Steve Cohen who's just willing to throw money around, and rebuild this fucking team. I mean,
What's sad is they have a nice season too, dude. I mean, a nice
nice stadium. Yeah, they're a fucking disgrace. I'm down to just say 64.5 under. Be done with the Pirates.
I agree, but yeah, honestly, I until they prove me wrong,
Until they do something, I don't want to talk about them.
I can see them easily going like crazy, like hot for like a week or two.
They'll have like a sneaky guy they'll have like a sneaky guy like Josh Bell. Or
but Josh Bell's traded.
Yeah, exactly. Who they have last year? They had fucking Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got rid of him.
It's like Ben Gamble now is the only player, and Andrew Knapp.
It's a fucking farm system. You throw your picks to the Pirates. They gather up all the guys, and then you pick and choose which ones you want, and the Pirates keep the rest.
I mean, yeah, I think the over is just like a no-brainer bet.
You think the over?
But 60. I mean under.
I was
sorry.
gonna say.
But 64 is low.
Yeah, I can't bet the Pirates. I will be ripping my hair out every time they lose a game, knowing that I'm an idiot.
I trust the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Brewers.
I trust almost everyone in that in that division to beat them.
Practically everyone in that division to beat them. And I mean, it's just disgusting for them, dude. I can. I mean, I would not be surprised if somehow, some way, they pull it out of their freaking ass and get 64 and 65 wins. But I just think if you have a brain, you go with your gut and statistics. You gotta go with the under.
I agree with that.
You got to. I mean, unless you're a diehard Pittsburgh fan or you know something that a lot of
one else
people don't
doesn't.
know, then, then I guess bet the over if you're a genius. That's like a Jimmy G bet.
That is a
Pirates
Jimmy G
over on
bet.
the season.
Just
And it would
it's,
smash.
it's something miserable, something you don't even want to look at.
It's
I know.
something horrible to even tell your friends about.
Like
Like you don't.
it would make someone want to puke.
It's like taking the Pirates as future World Series winners.
I mean, yeah, you'll get great odds on them, but
It's
it's gonna
disgusting.
be awful. And
I'll laugh in your face.
Yeah, exactly. So we both have the under for the Pirates.
Yes.
Next up, Cincinnati Reds. Now, the way you were talking about them earlier, I believe we are on opposite sides of this one.
So let me hear you first.
For the Reds, I got 2 words. Joey Votto.
I love Joey Votto.
I don't care who it is. For some reason, I like Joey Votto.
He's an on-base machine, dude.
And whatever team he's on, for some reason, he's always been a Red, I believe. I will root for him. And
So
I'm doing this blindly. I don't know. I haven't done enough research into the Reds. All I know is I'm betting on Joey fucking Votto. I'm taking the over.
honestly, dude, I'd rather take a Pittsburgh Pirates over than the freaking Reds under. I mean, than the Reds over. Dead ass. I like the number of 64.5 better than 74.5.
Really?
Yes. It's there. Besides, I love Joey Votto. I do. But who else do they have?
I mean, Jonathan India? I do believe he got hurt today. They got motherfucking Chase Petty.
They do have Chase Petty. Damn it. Wow, Jersey born. Shout out to Logan Petty.
I looked up Cincinnati Reds roster. Logan Petty's like 6th.
Chase, you mean?
Yeah, Chase, not Logan. Fucking
Hey. I mean, they have Tommy Pham. I know who's on their team, I believe. Like Mike Moustakas.
Luis Castillo.
Jonathan India, dude.
Jonathan
Did
India. He's a
Did he
fucking
actually
baller.
hurt today?
He got hurt today. He did.
Bad or like?
He got pulled in the 3rd, I believe. They had to pinch run for him. I don't know what happened. I didn't really see it. I didn't see too much of it. But for me,
See, dude,
I'm taking
I
the
can't
over.
go over. I can't.
You're on the under?
I would rather fucking take the Pirates over than this over.
Wow.
That is. I do not like the Reds. I mean, they can shock.
I'll be honest
me
with you. This is something I completely avoid. I don't touch the Reds. As a fun bet, I'm throwing like a little sprinkle. I'm betting the over for Joey Votto.
As a degenerate gambler.
As a degenerate and out of respect for Joey fucking Votto, you throw a little money on the over.
You sprinkle it. I respect that, but dude, the NL is just disgusting, especially the NL Central. Oh my lord,
it's bad. Wait till we get. You're not on tomorrow, but the AL Central is fucking atrocious.
I don't even. Oh my god, don't get me started, dude. First of all, I want to say, I thought the Red Sox were gonna have a down year this year.
This year or
100%.
last year?
This year.
Okay.
I think they overexceeded expectations last year. I mean, they're not bad this year so far. They're all right.
I mean, what, they split with the Yankees, or did they lose the Yankees series?
No, they lost 2-1, I think.
2-1, okay.
3 games. They're 3-3 on the road right now, and they get their first home game tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, they play tomorrow. I believe they play
today, or whatever it would be. They play the Twins.
They play the Twins, okay.
Yes. Play the Twins.
So, I have the over for the Reds for fun. You have the under?
Yeah, dude. They're so poverty.
Okay.
I like the Pirates over the freaking Reds.
That's shocking to me.
Give me the AAA gang. Give me the Savannah Bananas over the Reds.
So, NL West now. The Colorado Rockies. Charlie motherfucking Blackman.
Charlie Big Dick.
69.5. I mean, that's hard. Because
That is very hard.
that stadium, every ball goes fucking deep. I feel like the Rockies, every time I see them, it's an over-under of 11. They have such a great stadium for baseball, or I guess such a great altitude, honestly, that fucking every ball goes out and every game is fun to watch. But they play in probably the hardest division in baseball.
Yeah, they got the freaking Giants, Padres,
Dodgers.
D-backs, Dodgers.
For me,
Honestly, though, I would go over.
you go over, I go under.
I would go over on this.
I-
I believe, just like you believe in Joey Votto, I believe in Charlie Black. Can't disrespect him.
I mean, I believe they got Chris Bryant in the offseason. I don't see this team competing in this division. I
agree with that, but
mean,
69 is not. Yeah, I can see them getting 70.
I mean, that's 5 more wins than the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, like, are the Rockies a better team, a 5 more win team than the Pirates? I like to think so.
I would think so, but that division makes me second guess it. That division is so fucking hard.
It's a very tough division.
I have to go under. I have to.
I mean, I respect that. I'm just going over in respect to Charlie Blackman, and I got faith in the Rockies.
Okay.
Fuck it, dude. Honestly, like, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta fucking sling your cock on the table, and I think this.
You're going over on the Rockies?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I can see them squeezing out 73 wins, 72.
Okay.
Something barely.
Next team up is the team that caught everyone by shock last year, the San Francisco Giants. This team, I like a lot. I think they are a great World Series pick. I think they have great odds. And I honestly think they win this division. I am hammering.
Over the Dodgers.
And
the Padres.
I am hammering San Francisco Giants over 85.5. That is my favorite over-under team prop this year.
Honestly, I like that too.
I think they have the most depth. Yeah, the Dodgers have that crazy lineup.
Their lineup's nuts, dude.
I see the Giants as the better team. I think if the Giants played a 7-game series with the Dodgers, the Giants win because they have more depth.
Ooh, that's sick. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I completely agree with that, but I see the reasonings behind that. So, they really caught, I mean, and not only me, but everyone by surprise. Like,
I mean, last year was crazy. They came out of nowhere.
How much wins did they have last year? Sick number? Wasn't
they won the year. They had the most wins on the year, I believe.
It was something nuts. It was like,
I believe they got their over-under like very early on because they were not projected anything.
They hit it really early. They hit 107 wins. They had
107 wins.
Jesus.
I think I love that over. I think they easily get to 90. They could hit 100 again.
See, I feel like 85 is, if it was put at 90, I think the over and under question for me would easily be under. But I feel like 85.5 is like, especially like you said, they're a good team. They have depth. It's not like they got Brandon Belt, freaking Brandon Crawford. They got Jock Peterson. Don't like him, but they got some guys.
Yeah, for sure.
They're solid, but they just play in a tough division, which is kind of scary.
Don't blame you.
But I don't know. I would like to see them succeed. So I feel like the over is a good bet on this. I would not be surprised if they somehow had a down year, but I don't see that really happening, especially. I mean, like I said earlier, like a lot of teams have a letdown year sometimes after like a big season, but they're good. I
Hmm.
feel like they've always been good, especially our freaking lifetime. They've been great, really.
Yep.
Always been a good team. The only thing that scares me is obviously division. That's about it. So I would hit. I would agree with you on the over.
You like the over as well? Okay.
I like it. It's not. I mean, it's dude. They hit their over like an insane amount last
Yeah.
year,
I
and
I,
like
I, I just don't. They haven't. I think they lost Chris Bryant. I believe that, but you fucking got Jock Peterson. Like I don't see how they downgraded.
I think they're. I don't know. I think they're a great team. This whole the NL West is just stacked.
I agree.
It's scary. One team's gonna pull through a crazy amount of numbers. I mean, it could be the Giants again with another like 100-win season. But
Someone in this division takes home most wins in the league. I think that's a very easy prediction.
I, I feel like the Giants are not that guy, not the team to win the most games, but I could easily see them getting over their
Mhm.
number of wins. I mean, I think it's all right, bet. I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna stay awake at night thinking about it.
Yeah, that's something you place at the beginning of the season. You check back at the end. It's like they're either 5 games over, or they're 5 games under. It's like it was a good bet, and you know it in your heart.
They're a good team, so you don't hate yourself for placing it.
Like if you're betting the over Pirates, it's like, and they finish with 40 wins. It's like, how the fuck did I think they were gonna get 60 wins? With the Giants, it's like you bet the over, they're gonna get close to it. I don't see them having a bad year.
But I mean, besides the Diamondbacks in this division, I like the Rockies. I mean, it sounds horrible, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants, dude, so disgusting. Yeah, I would go over,
You go
hundred
over as
percent.
well. All right.
Yeah,
Now it's
hundred
for
percent.
now it's for the big dogs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. 99.5 wins.
Basically 100.
They are predicting the Dodgers to have 100 wins.
I mean, what they did to Clayton Kershaw the other day just makes me hate.
That's disgusting. I mean, how do you pull Clayton Kershaw in the perfect game? Doesn't make fucking
7
sense.
innings at like 82 pitches or something.
And the guy who came in got fucking shelled.
And guess who broke up the perfect? Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez.
Tom Decker will love that one.
But I just see the Dodgers as the team to beat. Everyone's looking at the Dodgers. Like everyone wants to beat the Dodgers. Like if the fucking, let's just say the Phillies wake up to play the Dodgers, the Phillies are gonna want that fucking win more than them playing the fucking Brewers.
It's not good having a target on your back.
They have a bounty on their head. I believe Dave Roberts said they're winning it this year before the season even started.
Did it say that?
I will double check that. Let's see.
I mean, they have a fucking fantastic roster, dude. Like, think about it. Not even like their pitching's good, but like, look at the names they got, dude. Bellinger, you love him. You drafted him in fantasy.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts, Chris Taylor, Turner, Justin Turner, Trey Turner, Max Muncy, MLB The Show Pinch Hit God.
Yeah, Dave Roberts predicts Dodgers will win 2022 World Series. You just created
Freeman, dude.
You just created a fucking target on your back. Everyone is hunting for your fucking head.
They could either feast or famine.
And you know what? I'm on the fucking borderline of taking the over.
That's what I was thinking, dude.
100. I'm on the fucking borderline of taking 99.5 fucking wins. Doesn't make sense.
I think I don't know, dude. That's tough.
I'm blind. I can't take a team to get 100 wins.
That's disgusting.
I have to go under.
Dude, the Dodgers last year had like 100 wins, over 100, and so did the Giants.
If I honestly, I think the Giants can win the NL West. I think the Dodgers are going to give them a run for their money. I cannot see them getting 99.5 wins.
I can, honestly, dude. I can.
I
It's scary. It's a
That
very
lineup
large
is so
number.
fucking good.
Their team is disgusting.
But
It's like an
I'm
all-star team.
one. I mean, one person gets hurt.
Yeah, but you can't think
They don't
like
have
that.
they don't have a fill in. They don't have any bench. It seems like it's like the fucking Nets. They have KD and Kyrie, but who comes on the floor when they're fucking gone?
Joe Harris?
I don't even know if he's still on the team.
Yeah, I don't know either. Dude, they're just like a stacked 12U rec ball team.
Yeah.
But, see, 99.5, dude, is so tempting. See, I could, like, if you're just betting with your freaking, like, not even your mind, I feel like I would take the over, be like, look at their lineup, just be like, wow, they're great. They're amazing.
I
But
think I have to go
99
under.
too much. See, I can't see the Giants putting up another 100-win season. I can see them hitting their over of 85.5, but I don't know. I would go over, dude.
You're going
If
over on the Dodgers?
I think that guy who predicted the freaking them to win it all,
Well, that's their fucking manager.
yeah, it doesn't matter. I think they're gonna be great. They're gonna fucking tear up their division and lose in the playoff.
Would not shock me.
I think they're gonna
I mean,
be
how'd
the
they
heavy
lose last year?
favorites.
I think they lost pretty. They lose to the Giants last year?
I'm not sure
Well,
actually.
no, they had that great series and it got. Yeah, I remember now. They had that great series. I think it finished in LA, and there was that bad
Is
call.
Trevor Bauer back?
He is not. He's still technically day to fucking day. Doesn't make sense, but he is.
If he comes back, that's scary.
Yeah, very. I agree. But it all depends on what kind of shape he's in.
Yeah.
Like he could not have. He could have just sat around and hasn't thrown in 6
Filming
months.
his YouTube vlogs.
Yeah. Next up, you have the under for the Dodgers, right? I mean, you have the over.
No, I'm going over.
You're going over for the
I'm
Dodgers.
riding it, dude. I'm riding it.
I'm going under. So
I can't see the Giants winning another 100 games. And I think the Dodgers can, so.
So next up, San Diego Padres, 90.5. I have to go under.
I go under as well. I don't like the Padres at all.
I don't either. Tatis being out hurts them a lot. I think he got hurt fucking riding a golf cart. Not 100% on that. He got hurt driving.
Max Baumgartner freaking BMX accident.
He got hurt driving something, but I believe he's out for a little bit. That hurts. And their pitching on paper is great. I believe they still have Blake Snell, Yu Darvish, Musgroves. There's another one I can't think of. But these past couple of games, I believe Musgroves did well today. But Yu Darvish got hit. I think Yu Darvish will have like 12. Some bullshit like that.
You got rocked.
And Blake Snell, I don't even know if he's played yet. I'm not 100% on if he's even started a game yet.
I can check that for you now.
Check.
He has not.
Yeah, I don't think he's healthy right now, or he's not even playing.
I mean, there's a reason why the Tampa Bay Rays got rid of him at the right time.
I mean, that World Series game was bullshit. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. Hey, I know the one rookie. I forget who it is for the Padres. Hit his first career home run the other day. They gave him the silent treatment.
Thomas.
C.J. Abrams.
Yeah, Abrams. That's what it is. Yep.
But, yep, and they gave him the silent treatment.
Yeah. Everyone on the bench is just staring at him.
I would go under. Especially because I took the over with the Dodgers, and I think the Giants are going to have a good season. 90.5 wins is just way too much.
I agree with that. I think they downgrade a lot. I think they digress. Or not digress. They descend.
They have your boy.
Who? Cronenworth, the
Crone
Crone
Zone.
Zone.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
You want to tell a quick story? $40.
$40 in auction because I accidentally put a 0 next to the 4. So I meant to pay $4 for Cronenworth, ended up paying 40 in the first round of an auction draft, and I had no money for the rest of the draft. I was a broke bitch. And my team is I'm actually beating Tom. I'm beating Tom in fantasy right now, so go with
Wow.
me.
Wow. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Wow. Based on what you were saying, after the first opening day, you sounded like you wanted to trade away your whole team.
I did. My team. I mean, Garrett Cole was my most expensive player. He's not like he's been.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, it's a different, like you said, it's a different topic, bro. But freaking Garrett Cole, in my opinion, I'm a Red Sox guy too. Maybe it's just a little bit biased. I think without Pine Tar, a little sticky stuff, he's a little bit of a fraud. That's just my opinion. He's obviously still Garrett Cole. I'm not saying he's a complete ball, but I think
Tom will debate you to the grave on that.
He does usually start slow.
Yeah, I agree. Cole will start out slow, and then he'll have like the fucking not perfect game. He'll go the full game. He'll throw like 120 pitches. Like he'll have like one of those insane outings where he's just like on fire.
Yeah, that's just Garrett Cole. Hate him. Hate him but love him.
So for the Padres, I think we both have the under of 90.5.
I think they do not do that good this year. I mean, they have some talent. They have like Darvish, Machado, stuff like that. Eric Hosmer, I guess, Crone Zone.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see. I feel like the Dodgers and the Giants are just better teams, in my opinion, than the Padres. So I would go under.
I agree.
90.5 is a little
90.5
bit high.
is high.
It's a little high. They got really high expectations for them. They're good. I'm not saying they can't get it, but
betting wise, I take the under.
Yeah.
Next up and final team, Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, that opening day was electric. I think it was National Beer Day, and the guy named Beer hits a fucking walk off. That was sick.
They beat the Padres.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Besides that, I can't think of a good thing about this team. I mean, they're just kind of stuck in purgatory with the rest of them. Just having to deal with the Giants, Dodgers, Padres.
It's just a horrible place to be in.
Yeah.
It's a really bad spot.
66.5. I can't see it. I don't know. I don't know how they get there.
I can't see it either. I mean, they're playing a freaking stacked division. It's unbelievable what they're playing against. They have Madison Bumgarner. That's about it. It's the only guy I know on their team.
Yep.
Freaking Ketel Marte.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring him
off
up.
the top of my head. That's really the only two guys I freaking know. It's sad.
It's kind of the same as the Marlins. Kind of like they don't have that superstar.
Are they 2 wins better than the Pirates?
Yep.
That's sad.
Yeah, but it's that division. That's the thing. That division.
They had like 50-something wins last year.
The Diamondbacks, yeah, it doesn't shock.
Yeah, it was 50. It was probably like 50, like a couple change.
Yeah, I go under.
I would go under. I mean, they're just playing a freaking godlike division. I see. That's why I like the Colorado Rockies bet 69.5. I like that better than freaking Diamondbacks 66.5.
Well, I have them both going under. I think the NL West is very top heavy. I think the Giants and the Dodgers are gonna run away with this division. I think
that would not surprise me at all.
I think they're gonna run away with it very quickly.
The Diamondbacks are just disgusting, bro.
Yeah, they're just
like they're
like the fucking. I'm trying to think, they're like the Jets of the MLB. They're kind of there, like they're stuck in that fucking AFC East East.
I mean, the only thing positive about the Padres or about the Diamondbacks that really sticks in my mind is when they had Randy Johnson and won a World Series. And I don't know how long ago that was, but
early 2000s, I believe.
He was disgusting. But that was
Randy
literally that's the
Johnson.
only.
Dude, wasn't he like 6'7"? He was fucking huge.
He was huge, lefty. It's just a
A
nightmare to
mean
face.
motherfucker too.
It just looked like he was gonna rape you, dude. Not like it was not a good. Like it's just like not a pitcher you want to face.
Yep.
And he kind of came from the side a little bit, so it was just a little 3/4 action side, not sidearm.
Nothing, nothing like Rogers, but
yeah, or like Darren O'Day.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I would go out Diamondbacks under, especially just because they're in such a top heavy division. Their team's kind of poverty.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Madison Bumgarner pitch last year against the Phillies, and I was rooting for him, and he got fucking shelled.
Yeah, he's not the same anymore.
I mean, yeah, he's old. There's nothing against him personally, but just, he cut the hair. It's not there anymore.
He's not Mad Bum anymore.
No. I can't see them getting over 66.
Yeah, I think we both agree on under 66.5.
I can't. I have to agree with that.
All right. Well, that wraps up the NL, the National League over-unders. Any closing comments? I mean,
take the Red Sox against the Twins. Home opener, baby.
Yeah, so
Let's go.
So let's just we'll just jump into the picks tomorrow for what we have for tomorrow is 4:15. So our picks are, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I just want to say, dude, Red Sox home opener, smash them at least the money line, maybe even -1.5. The Minnesota Twins are poverty. Their pitcher, let me. I have his name somewhere here. It's Jay Ryan for the Twins, dude. He did not have a good start. He has a freaking 4.5 ERA, 4 innings pitched, only 4 Ks. He's only let up 2 hits.
Okay.
Only 2 earned runs, but he's walked a lot of guys. 4 base on balls.
I'll be honest with you. I have him on my
innings.
fantasy team. So I don't appreciate the disrespect.
He let you down. But Nick Pivetta hasn't done shit either, and he's starting for the Red Sox. And it's kind of scary.
So you like the Red Sox money line?
Yeah, I just think at home opener, they did all right on the road. You got to come out strong at home.
Okay.
Especially, I don't know, the Twins aren't a crazy great team in my opinion. They're good, but they're not anything crazy. I think home opener, you got to come out strong.
Okay.
It's really set the tone. And they split on the road 3-3. And I think they're just happy to be home. Nick Pivetta scares me though. He's a 6-point-something ERA. I saw the other day. I was looking at the Red Sox stats. It's disgusting. He's not that good either. He's been walking a lot of guys. So I would originally say no runs in the first inning too, because I love that as a baseball bet. I feel like no runs in the first inning happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just baseball. It usually start to come around to the pitcher in the second, third time you face them. But with both their ERAs and their walks rates are so high, I just can't. I would stay away from that bet. But I like the Red Sox. I mean, a little biased Red Sox fan, but dude, come on, home opener, you gotta come out strong.
Anything else?
Off the top of my head, dude, let me think. You can go for the next one.
Okay. So for tomorrow, I got the over in the Phillies Marlins game, 7.5. I just think no fucking defense on Marlins. I don't know. I think the Marlins are throwing.
P. Lopez.
They're throwing Lopez.
First name.
Okay. So Marlins are throwing Lopez.
And the Phillies are throwing Eflin.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking shootout. I think because I think the Phillies bats are gonna have to start getting going. I think that starting lineup is so deadly, and they've been doing jack shit to start this year. I think they've had one good game against the Oakland A's, and that's the fucking Oakland A's. So I think the bats start getting going. I like the over in that game. Yankees.
I like the over in that too. I do.
Yankees -1.5. They play the Orioles.
Jackie Robinson Day. Tomorrow.
Jackie Robinson Day. Orioles in in Baltimore. I think the Yankees start to get their hitting going. I think they scored 3 runs today in that Toronto game. Chapman looked terrible.
He walked like what, 3 straight batters?
3 straight batters on 15 pitches.
Who was the reliever, King or something, bailed him out.
Yeah, reliever King came in.
He got a strikeout in 3 pitches and got a double play.
Correct. Yep.
Next batter. So.
Chapman had bad base running, but yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. I was watching that. My dad was freaking out.
But I have Yankees -1.5 tomorrow against the Orioles. Rays White Sox over 8.5. I love betting White Sox overs. It seems like every time they play, they go over. Tim Anderson and Luis Roberts are just killing it right now. I really like that over. Dodgers -1.5. They're the fucking Dodgers. I'm betting that blindly.
Against the Reds, too.
Yeah. I mean,
in LA.
It's in LA. They had their home opener tonight. They just lost Jonathan India. I love the Dodgers -1.5 because they're playing the Reds. I know, Joey Votto, but Dodgers -1.5 tomorrow. And then I got some NBA. I'm going to go with Cavs money line. I think the Cavs losing to the Nets the way they did, they started out, it was like kind of the same way they had their last season game. The way they played the Nets, they started out slow, let the Nets get going, picked it up in the second and third, kind of held on in the fourth, but didn't have enough in the gas tank to fucking finish the game. I think they come out, beat the Hawks tomorrow, and go into the playing game, or not the playing game, make it into the playoffs.
Who's their crazy guard? Pretty good.
The Cavs?
Yeah.
The
Is
white
it Garland?
guy? Oh no, Garland. Yeah, Garland and the white guy. Who's the white forward?
My dad absolutely loves Cleveland tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know why he was gassing him up to me.
I think they're the better team. Yeah, Darius Garland. They still have Kevin Love, and they got Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen's a beast off the glass. He can hit the 3. I love the Cavs tomorrow against the Hawks. The Hawks were not good in the regular season. I think people expect last season out of them. They don't have it in them. I think they go.
The only thing you're betting, if you're betting the Hawks, is Trae Young is going off.
Yeah, you're betting Trae Young overs because that team is not the same as it was last year. They had something in the water down there where it just made them fucking go crazy. It's not.
I mean, if Trae Young's pulling from half court,
it's not there this season. So I'm going with Cavs money line, and then I got Clippers Pelicans over 216.5. I like this because Clippers can put up points. Paul George is basically the team. Pelicans, I think this is a very low over, I believe, for the Pelicans this year. I believe their overs are pretty high on the season, if I remember. So I like this because winner goes to the playoff, loser goes home. Both teams are gonna put up a fucking fight. Both teams have to win.
That scares me about the over. Especially in a winner go home.
You think it's gonna be defensive?
I think you're gonna play your ass off, and especially playoff basketball. That's when people start really playing defensive, and coaching really matters. I mean, that's scary.
I mean, that's a low over under though.
It is.
I feel like this game doesn't get out of hand. I think they keep it close all the way. No one is taking foul, or they take fouls maybe at the end, but I think this stays close. Maybe overtime would not shock me. I don't have a side. I think it's gonna be too close to call, so I'm just gonna take the over and watch it for fun.
You think Paul George gets over 27.5?
I like betting Paul George overs. He's the team right now.
I respect that.
So right now from you, I have Red Sox money line. Anything else for the 15th?
Dude, first of all, I hate basketball playing games just because they're so. It's literally win or go home all things are thrown out the window.
No series, no nothing. Just
It's
win or
no
go home.
series. So I mean, I want to say like, but usually in a series, the best team wins. So it's kind of scary. I like how you say Cleveland. I think Trae Young's not gonna put the city of Atlanta on his back, honestly. And call me crazy. Call me crazy. Pittsburgh Pirates, baby.
You're taking the Pirates tomorrow?
I think they're, dude. Like we were saying, the Nationals are so fraudulent. So are the Pirates, but it's in Pittsburgh. I'm not saying take -1.5. That's too scary.
You take the money line.
I just take the money line.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly, dude, and I would go under. I don't like 9.5. I understand baseball overs are kind of high, but I feel like for them, it's just gonna be an ugly game. It's not gonna be anything crazy. I could be completely wrong, but
Gotcha.
I can't see the Nationals beating the Pirates unless Juan Soto. It's a fucking grand salami. Then it's disgusting, dude.
It's understandable.
Some of these teams are really bad.
Yeah. I mean, this year it seems very top heavy. There's no middle class.
There's no us. Like,
you got Jeff Bezos and a bum. That's basically what you got.
You have Jeff Bezos and the Pirates.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. What do you think about the over/under in Rockies Cubs game, dude? In Colorado,
it's high, isn't it?
I think 10.
It's 10. It all depends on if you're watching. I think you take that game if that's something you want to watch. Like that.
I think 10 runs is so much.
It's a lot, bro. But those balls fly in that stadium.
They do. They have the what? Elevation.
The elevation is, I think, it's like something.
I like Stroman though. I do like Stroman.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. So I feel like he could deal. Honestly, okay. I would not be surprised if it's under 10. I'm not saying take it, but I think that's an interesting bet.
Okay.
I mean, taking over under in the Rockies is just scary regardless. But if I had the bet, it's disgusting, dude. Honestly, I don't like over-unders in baseball.
Okay.
Because one swing of the bat can literally
ruins it. Yep. Unders, I completely understand.
Or hurt or help you.
Yeah. I don't. Unders in baseball, I can't get behind because it doesn't seem good. If a game goes in the extras, they just keep going. It's not like hockey or something.
That is very scary.
1 goal wins. But I guess it's calculated into the over/under, but I just feel like 1 inning can hit the over. So it's like,
oh my gosh, dude, that's disgusting. So I don't like the under, but I don't like the over either. I just think I like Sherman.
Gotcha.
For some reason, I love him.
So for August 15th, to recap, I have over in the Phillies Marlins 7.5, Yankees -1.5, Rays White Sox over 8.5, Dodgers -1.5, Cavs money line, Clippers Pelicans over 216.5, and then Alex has Red Sox money line, Cavs money line, Pittsburgh Pirates money line, Pittsburgh under. Correct?
And if you're feeling ballsy, dude, if you're feeling ballsy, Garland first basket. God.
Oh, I like that.
God. My dad was gassing it up to me. I was like, who the hell is Darius Garland, dude?
I honestly like that a lot.
He's plus 650.
Yeah,
I mean,
not bad.
It's scary because
it's first basket. It's you win or lose. It's like, come on.
It's like a coin toss, kind of. It's if the Atlanta Hawks get the ball first, I easily see a freaking pick and roll layup for Trae Young into the basket.
True.
Which is scary. But I don't know. Betting's great. Yeah. It's what makes sports fun. Sometimes you're gonna lose, sometimes you're gonna win.
All right. So I think that does it for this episode. Alex, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem, man.
All right.
Great time.
Tomorrow we go over the AL And I believe we have E. Dodd with us, Ethan Dodd.
Oh, Lord.
So, thank you very much for joining us, and have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.